Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Legends. Today we are going to announce the lucky winner for our first giveaway, consisting of a 4 Moons of Elsweyr standard packs plus a legendary Moons of Elsweyr pack. So today we are going to take a look at Immortalaugust's Tribunal. It was a deck that he wielded in the Warp meta last Sunday, I believe, and it fared pretty well in the tournament, and it fares pretty well in ranked on ladder. And I'm saying this because I've seen people playing it and decided to shoot out some scores for my own. What have I been doing recently? Well, I actually decided to play some versus arena because I had like 10 tickets or so. One ticket turned out to be unfavorable, just a lousy 2 win 3 losses. While the second ticket that I used actually proved very, very fruitful. I had an excellent draft consisting of a battle mage with aggro tendencies, little to no prophecies, consume options, expertise, weapons, items, and actions, which was pretty okay. So I went 7-1 with that. The deck is as follows. We've got Execute, Barrow Stalker, Broomer Profiteer, Lozrug, Shrieking Harpy, Skinhound, Sorcerer's Negation, Wardcrafter, Channel Storm, Daggerfall Mage, Golden Initiate, Grey Viper, Brigand, Young Mammoth, Arcannon, Sarioni, Dawnbreaker, Edict of Azura, Emperor's Blade, Hive Defender, Varen, Aquilarius, Iron, Divine Fervor, Monastic Champion. This is a very interesting card. Phalanx Exemplar, Piercing Javelin, the Gatekeeper, Abnathon, Alphic Conjurer, High King Emmerich, Telvos Magister, Thadon, Mighty Conjuring, Wilds Incarnate, Uncano, and Mirak. So as you've seen, the deck is quite heavy in the 5 cost. And why is that? Because it's a mid deck, and almost every card here has immediate board value. Especially all the 5 costs. We've got Divine Fervor, Iron, Monastic Champion, Phalanx Exemplar, Javelin, and the Gatekeeper. These are pretty nasty cards, and they're quite good, as opposed to other decks that use mid-range tactics. Tribunal has an excellent advantage in big and heavy guards, plus a lot of cards that can basically proc you to lethal. You've got Lozra with Alphic Conjurer, you've got Abnathon, you've got Telvos Magister, Thadon, Mighty Conjuring. Also a lot of cards that have a lot of damage. Mighty Conjuring can be easily triggered. Also, playing Mighty Conjuring and then playing Iron will yield you another Mighty Conjuring, which is practically insane. Channel Storm, we have no Lightning Bolt, so Channel Storm is used instead of that. The prophecies that you see are basically the Piercing Javelin and the Golden Initiate, and if I'm not mistaken, the Shrieking Harp, yeah. So those are the 9 prophecies, and they're pretty much showstoppers when they trigger. All the other cards are basically soft removals or cards that help other pieces on the board to fight for ball control. We've got like the Wardcrafter, which can reapply wards to Mighty Conjuring or to Daggerfall Mage. Divine Fervor helps with decent trades, especially when you manage to get down a Golden Initiate due to a prophecy or just lay it down altogether. And Monastic Champion is an interesting card. It's the only Khajiit in the deck, and what it does, if you don't know, Breakthrough, it has Breakthrough, so summon a 3/3 Cathy Rat if you pilfer. So if this does not get removed, you have board generation value through 3/3 tokens. And I think the initial build had Erexiathon, which I replaced with Mirak. Why? Because I don't really like Erexiathon. If it's snipe, and it usually is, then you lose a card that you have stolen. And I don't like that. I like my stuff to be permanent. Okay, so the winner of this giveaway is Yas BM with the following comment. He has a pretty interesting approach because a lot of people indeed are complaining. Yeah, Alpha Conjurer, I would say it is partially broken. I'd admit I do love playing it because it offers a lot of board value. But as Yas BM said, a lot of people are complaining about stuff. They get nerfed and then they complain about being nerfed, such as the case with Cast into Time. So everybody was complaining Cast into Time is removing combo components. Yeah, but that was okay. The combo decks were indeed hard to play, but that was your only chance into avoiding lethal. And we have to be serious. Combo decks usually don't only rely on a specific combo, such as the Nixox Telvanni. You have the Nixox Telvanni combo, in which you just 40 magic and you push for lethal in one swift strike. But you can do all sorts of crazy stuff, like experiment on Ancano or Ordering. There's plenty of opportunities. I will sit on a bench this turn and say I'm in the middle. But his approach is pretty interesting, and he has a point. So be careful what you wish for, because once you get it, then if the card is unusable, it's gonna suck. Why? Because other archetypes would profit from that, and you'll just get stomped no matter what you play by aggro, because that has been on the raise recently since Moons of Elsweyr launched. So yeah, this is the deck. Yas BM, please leave a comment with your in-game name so I can contact you and give you the code. And let's go ahead and play some games on ladder. Okay. Now, first game, we're fighting against a warrior deck. We're already into Legends, mind you. Barrow Dagger for Varen. A starting hand fit for kings. Probably Varen is not the best choice as an early card. Especially if my opponent is playing aggro, then maybe I want to draw some cards before leaving it on the board. But it's a valuable card nonetheless, and sitting at 4/6 with the possibility of a buff from Divine Fervor, it can go 5/7, and you can do the math. We'll have to see what my opponent is playing, though. Hopefully, he will play something today. This is actually the detriment of throwing away Varen by having a 2-3-4 curve in hand. Could have been something like big and not necessarily playable. Okay, might be an Orc deck. An Orc deck. I will defend myself. I'm playing mid-range. I have that possibility. And I can do it very good. Yeah, and by the way, I've seen people saying the same thing, and I agree with it. Dropping a 2/3 Barrel Stalker on curve on turn 1 with Magic Ring, yeah, that is something broken. But that's the game. That's how the magic ring works. But yeah, dropping a showstopper in the first turn. Yeah, Barrowstalker is a showstopper and also drains. And if you can buff it. Oh, that's awesome. I was expecting maybe some silence, but no. I will drop another Daggerfall Mage. Could have dropped Young Mammoth. But Daggerfall Mage is excellent as it gives you 8 Home of Alteration and can also trade favorably thanks to the ward. And I do want to keep my opponent in check in case it is an Orc Warrior deck. Because past turn 4-5, this thing explodes. I've played Orc Warrior. Yeah, I got some nice memories. Why I don't play it anymore? Well, probably due to the same thing that I think my opponent is experiencing as well. Inconsistency at some times. And if you encounter something like a heavy mid-range, such as this Tribunal, or a full control deck, then you're pretty much dead in the water. Oh, you have some cards for breakthrough, you have the buffing possibility, but remember, mid-range decks that tend to defeat you don't play aggro and try to race you. They actually play tech cards such as support removals, silences, sometimes hot removals, drain, rage, and with a Orc Warrior receiving a rage on turn, I don't know, 8. If the game is not over by then you're pretty much dead in the water. You've got no cards, and your opponent just probably destroyed your entire lane with a hunger and rage. God knows how much draining. If it was a full lane, probably I'd say 16 or more. All right. So what's the fun in here? Well, I can drop Mighty Conjuring, and basically this is game over for my friend here playing the Orc deck. Like, there's literally nothing that my opponent can do to A, win the game, 2, play mid-range and remove those. We've got a 6-5, a 3-3, a 4-1. Okay, it's arguable that the Mammoth could be easily dispatched, but the 8-8 and the 6-5 are basically game over. They're the telltale signs that you either concede or you just play like a gentleman. Sometimes I do that as well. If I'm in a hurry, I concede because I acknowledge that my opponent has a superior board and a superior hand and probably a superior deck, and I acknowledge my defeat. But sometimes I really like to sit and play out, especially if my opponents play combos, or I don't know. I like playing and interacting with people, although I did enabled the mute for the emotes. And why did I do that? Someone asked me in the comments. Well, I did it because I don't really like spam. And, I don't know. Some people complain that I emote, so I'm not going to emote anymore. Good game. Yeah, Iron brings back Mighty Conjuring. That's insane. Alright. Now we're playing against Gaga Head. Yeah, he's a great player. Met him a lot of times. And sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. Looks like it's going to be a 2 sources negation. Barstocker, let's hope that will save me. Because if I'm correct, he will be playing... sorry, he's actually playing a Rage Guildstorm. I haven't... Actually, I did meet him while climbing from rank 5 once or twice. But he wasn't playing the Rage Guildstorm. Yeah, the thing is... Rage Guildstorm is actually very good. And I've played... I think I played it a lot between rank 2 and rank 1. If you've got nothing left to play, mid-battle mage doesn't work, other stuff, or, I don't know, control doesn't work, you play Rage Guildstorm, and you'll see what I mean. Although this might be a burst Guildstorm. We see the Sentinel Reclaimer there, and maybe some consume mechanics as well. We'll have to check that out. I don't think I understand what happened to the in-game sound. The music is playing, but we don't hear the actual sound effects. Maybe it's a problem with the recording being turned on, but I don't know. After this game, I'll check it out. Maybe I need some restart. Can't remember when I restarted my phone. Probably due to a glitch and I forgot. Okay, so we got our young mammoth in the shadow lane. Now we need to see how we could combat this. It's an aggro to... It's a mid-grow, actually. I'd say mid-grow Guildstorm. So yeah, I don't think it's Rage. Let's play Alpha Conjurer in the Shadow Lane. Let's consume Hive Defender. There'll still be like 4 damage coming from the field lane. But at least I got the Shadow Lane covered. Partially. Having a Marauder. Good grief. Oh, that's bad. That's actually bad. Oh, that's actually good. I'm quite happy there were no big items. And a consume mechanic. 4/4 drain. Yeah, that's still bad. We got 7 Magicka and... I have no clue what to do. That Daggerful Mage, I don't like. I think I only have 1 chance at this. Probably chance has gone away. I wanted to say a 1 chance... I need to race this deck. I need to race this deck. But do I have the damage? Let's see. We've got 15 right now, but the problem is that 4/4 drain. He'll probably drain. And if my opponent has a Sentinel Battle Mace, it'll drain for even more. Nope. Okay, Shrieking Harpy, probably saving my butt. I am going to shackle the Daggerfall Mage. Why? Because I have hopes and dreams, and if Daggerfall Mage breaks that ward, my hopes and dreams are probably shattered. I can break through the Guildstone Apprentice. Is there going to be another guard? Manic Jack and Royal Sage. Oh man, I'm screwed. Drain, drain, charge. Oh, that's not enough to destroy the... Not enough to destroy the moose. Caboose. Ah, yeah. I don't have the damage to break through all that. Epic Prophecy top deck. And we have 17 damage in the Shadow Lane. +4 from Uncommon Sarioni. That's 21. Exactly what I need to break through the Gilson Apprentice. And if I'm lucky and don't hit any prophecies, it will be epic. Come on, come on, come on. Here goes nothing. That's a 1. That's a 2. This is the prophecy. Prophecy, no prophecy. Last rune skipped. Did it? Oh boy, that was amazing. Holy snap. Epic top deck last minute chance. Holy snap. Okay, so I still don't know what happened to the Ingham sound. I'll hit a restart on my phone. Yeah, doing pretty well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with a new giveaway. Cheers, guys.